So what's fueling this growth in SRI? Well, performance is one. I mean, years ago, the rap used to be, well, you could be SRI, but you're going to suffer with performance. That's just not true. Certainly not true anymore. There's over 20 studies that have been professionally, academically reviewed that say that there is no difference. In fact, some of the studies suggest that SRI has a slight edge. The United Nations has reviewed over 30 academic studies, same conclusion. You don't pay any penalty for being an SRI. That's a myth that's been busted. Another area that's fueling the growth is information. People just have access to more information about these things. Investors are better educated and informed in general. Social research organizations provide high quality information on a regular basis. Plus, a lot of money managers, due to pressure from their investors, are doing more and more work with SRI. There's a demand for it. Another fueling factor is availability. There's over 260 mutual funds now that are socially responsible. More and more socially screened options in retirement plans. Plus, there's a lot of asset managers, in the hundreds now, social planners, or socially responsible asset managers and financial planners that are working with SRI. Values. There's a huge growing segment of our population that really wants to bring their values to all aspects of their lives, their spirituality, their whole way of dealing with life, and that includes their finances. So values is a big driving force. Another one is people are kind of annoyed at these corporate scandals. It started with Enron, WorldCom, Martha Stewart, remember a few years ago? And investors like an investment process that digs into the background of these companies first so we don't have these problems. Now this has really been intensified over the past year. I mean, we're seeing problems with subprime lending. We're seeing real estate values plummet. We're seeing scandal after scandal on Wall Street, ineptness on Wall Street, Detroit, which has been dysfunctional for years. We're seeing all kinds of situations going on. This is uncomfortable, but it's a good thing. You can't have a breakthrough without a breakdown. And we're going through those breakdowns right now in areas of our economy that were dysfunctional to begin with. So it's not a bad thing. Another factor, women. Over 60%, the estimate is over 60% of SRI investors are women. As women have grown their presence in the workforce, gotten MBAs, running companies, all these kinds of things, they're bringing those natural values to their investing. And they want to see good things with their investments in particular. Another area is sustainability. Kind of SRI has paralleled the growth in the interest that people are having in a sustainable world, sustainable economies, just climate change, alternative energy, those kinds of things. So sustainability has been a big factor. So if we bring it all together, why do SRI? Why do SRI? There are those that say that SRI is not for everyone. Well, I don't agree, but that's the way it is. SRI is not for you if you just want to make money with your investments and you don't really care how it's invested. If it's just all about making money, then you're probably not going to want to get into socially responsible investing. Okay. However, if you want to earn competitive returns with your investments, to quote conventional investing, so you can fund your future, your retirement, your children's education, and so on, at the same time, you want your money to make a difference in the world by supporting and empowering the kinds of changes you want to see, then SRI is for you. Consider that the most powerful institution in the world is not government, it's business. Now, right now, government is taking a pretty strong stand to bail out a lot of dysfunctional businesses, and unfortunately they have to do that, at least to some degree. But ultimately, business is what calls the shots in the world. And it's clear that if we're going to deal effectively with the many issues that threaten the quality of our lives, well, corporations need to shoulder their responsibility in the matter. Socially responsible investing, it's a very powerful lever. It's a financial lever to create the kinds of changes that we want to see. You and I make a difference. You know, for example, when a company's discovered that it's exploiting their workers, and you and I discover it, we stop buying their products. For example, shoes that we find are made in sweatshops, we just stop buying them. We also stop our investments in that company, and that gets people's attention. That gets corporations' attention. Why do I do it? It's my passion. You know, for me, I believe that virtually everyone in our society first needs a good financial plan. Then, they need a way to have their investments make a difference in the world, not just to fund their future, but to create the kind of positive changes that we all want to see.